Today is Tuesday, Parashat Balak. One of the statements that Bilam Rasha said in terms of blessings, he had actually initially intentions to curse, but every curse turned into a blessing. One of the blessings was Ma tovu alecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Israel. How beautiful or how good are you tents, Jacob, mishkenotecha, you dwellings, Israel. What did he see? That he praised the camp, that he praised the tents of the Jewish people. But one thing that impressed him is not the color of the tents or the size of the tents, but rather that the tents were situated in such a way where there was no opening of one tent facing the opening of another tent. When he saw that, he says, wow, how good are your tents, meaning that you are so careful. He saw that they were very careful to protect the privacy of the neighbors. In other words, the tents not being facing the opening of another tent, sort of like refrained from looking into what's happening in your neighbor's home, what's happening in the other person's private tent. And that's quite a statement, because nowadays it's almost the exact opposite, where there is so much going on the social media in terms of people's Facebook accounts and all sorts of things where people expose themselves, their homes, that people share on social media what they made for dinner. They take a picture of their plate and send it out. People go on vacation and the whole world has to know where they are and what they're doing. That creates in many cases jealousy. Creates in many cases a feeling of that what you're doing is not good enough, because obviously what people are going to show you is only the best things that they're involved in. And you might feel like somewhat at a lower level if you're not able to have the same type of dinner or the same type of vacation that the other people are having. So this idea of protecting the privacy and not flaunting and showing off for the whole world to see is something that impressed Bilam to the extent that he praised Ma tovu alecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Israel. Another aspect also, when a person's exposed so much to others, there's also a risk of ayin hara, of the evil eye. And kvod Elokim aster davar, better to have things done in a discreet manner, not in a kind of overstated and over showing off. And also to protect the privacy of others by not looking into what the other person is involved in, what the other person is doing. There is a blessing that is involved. It says in the Gemara that there is bracha only b'davar hasamui min ha'ayim. Things that are not seen, things that are discreet, things that are not exposed, are things that where there is more of a blessing in. That's why we say also, our sages explain that the fish, there are multitudes of fish, millions and millions of fish in the sea, because they're hidden from the eye, because they're not seen, they're not exposed to everybody looking at them. That's what Yaakov, when he blessed Yosef's children, he says, "Ve'yidgu larod b'kerev ha'is." They multiply like the fish, and therefore this blessing that Bilam gave us, and as our sages explain, the idea of privacy and not having the tents facing each other, is something that we can apply to our lives today also. To be careful of not showing so much and not being so intent on seeing what's going on in the other person's home or in the other person's life. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.